We're Team Blue, and our project is about multiple sclerosis. I'm Bryanna. Christina.
Multiple sclerosis is a disease that involves the immune system against the central nervous system, or the spinal cord, as you could call it. Scientists believe MS is an autoimmune disease. Autoimmune disease is a disease resulting from a disordered immune reaction where the antibodies are produced against one's own tissue. The prefix auto means self.
Oh, go back.
Others disagree because the specific target of the immune attack in MS has yet to be discovered. This is why MS is referred to as an immune-mediated disease. An immune-mediated disease is a broad term whose development involves tissue damage caused by the body's immune system.
The immune attack on the nervous system, myelin, which is a fatty substance that surrounds and protects the nerve fibers of the central nervous system, which is damaged and forms the scar tissue. When a part of the myelin is harmed, the nerve impulses traveling to and from the brain and spinal cord are interrupted and produce the different kind of symptoms.
Okay, symptoms. Some are fatigue, numbness, vertigo, which is when you get really dizzy and you can't keep your balance when you stand up. It's kind of in your ears and stuff. Emotional dysfunction and depression and many others.
So some factors that cause multiple sclerosis: immunologic, an abnormal response to the body's immune system. Something wrong with like your stomach and stuff. Environmental, it occurs more frequently in areas farther from the equator. Scientists sort of believe that if you live closer to the equator, that the increased exposure to vitamin D, maybe that's like a factor that helps you not get it. And then if you live farther from it, having like less vitamin D like sort of increases your chance of getting multiple sclerosis.
Infectious, a possible virus encountered as a child.
Oh my God.
Like if you were little and you got sick, you could possibly get the disease. And also a genetic, chances of developing the disease is higher. Like you had something wrong with your genetics. Yeah, that way.
So what 23andMe offers about multiple sclerosis, when they can't sort of offer a percentage, they offer risk factors, and they say multiple sclerosis is a typical risk, which is sort of, it's not the case, it's not a typical risk. By typical, like ordinary, every day, you can get it, and that's not the case with multiple sclerosis, so it is not a typical risk.
Okay, multiple sclerosis, or 23andMe cannot support multiple sclerosis, but it can support other diseases like Huntington's disease. Huntington's disease is a genetic disease that is a degeneration of your brain stems and stuff. Okay, so this is a pedigree of Huntington's disease. Huntington's disease is an autosomal dominant trait. So it doesn't matter if one of your parents have it. If one parent has it, you have a 50% chance of having it if it's hetero. If one of your parents are hetero, or if both of your parents are hetero. If one of your parents is homozygous dominant, then you have a 100% chance of having the disease. And Huntington's disease is located on the 4th chromosome.
Okay, so 23andMe. MS is unpredictable. You can't really predict what is going to happen with this disease. Everybody's sort of case is different. It has genetic factors. It's genetically linked, but it's not. Its main purpose is sort of not genetics, if you will. You can't necessarily get it if a family member or even your parents have it. It's sort of up to you. There's a lot of different factors that play into getting multiple sclerosis. So it's just unpredictable. You can't really predict it. So we think no, 23andMe cannot predict too much about multiple sclerosis. Also, some of these little side things we have going on here. This is sort of multiple sclerosis. This is like its logo. It's MS, and then it's like crossed out. We're trying to cross out multiple sclerosis. If you guys haven't noticed, our theme's sort of orange for multiple sclerosis awareness. How breast cancer awareness is sort of pink. Multiple sclerosis, it's all orange. Multiple sclerosis week is coming up in March, so be prepared. Everybody wear orange a lot. And yeah, this is multiple sclerosis, and this is our project.
Does anyone have any questions for them?
Questions? Preguntas? Yes.
Why did you guys have two?
What do you mean? Two
Like
what?
2 diseases?
Well, we didn't have 2 diseases. What we were trying to do is make sort of a comparison, sort of compare and contrast.
Okay, the reason we had 2 diseases was because the first disease, multiple sclerosis, cannot be supported, cannot have the pedigree or anything like that because it's not a genetic passed down trait. So we have to get a trait or a disease that can be passed down and genetically transferred. So that's why we had to have 2 diseases.
Okay, so when it would show up, would it show up more when you're younger or when you're older?
The chances of developing, multiple sclerosis is between like 20 and 50. So it's really unpredictable. That's kind of long.
But you can get it from when you're younger. Like it can be something that you were presented to when you were younger, but it'll develop when you're older.
A disease, like something you encountered, like a simple flu can trigger it, sort of kind of. Yeah, that's true.
Can you like physically tell that you have the disease?
I guess because it's like your spinal cord, people sort of like walk differently and perhaps.
Eventually you lose like all control. You pretty much become a vegetable.
Yeah.
In the end.
Is that the disease that like when we were younger and stuff, when you go to the nurse and everybody line up and then they do this and then they check?
No, that's
Scoliosis. Okay. Yeah.
My friend's dad has MS.
Sorry, Alex.
Is that what you were gonna say?
Huh?
Is that what you were gonna say?
Oh yeah,
and he has really bad trouble walking.
Oh,
Yeah.
you should wear orange then. Multiple sclerosis awareness week. Yeah.
Like Maui, or we both Maui and I believe Eli said, I had a friend who played basketball with us normal, just like everybody else until about 16 years old. He started to get symptoms of it. He started to limp and kind of lost control of one of his wrists. So normal, everyday person, and all of a sudden about 16. So, he had dreams of playing high school basketball with us, but it just didn't end up working out.
Anything else?
Any other questions? Any other things you need to say?
Can I ask you?
Okay.